Okay. Quiet in the studio. Cool is not the rule tonight. Gazelle. Here we go. Well, good evening, goodbye, hello again. We're here. It's Cheshire Matters. And what a crazy world it is. And we have that wonderful man. We know he's not in too happy a mood, but we hope that he will actually make your day because he wants to make you happy. Is that not right, Gazelle?
Well, that is right, Mr. Landlord. Yes, I love to make people happy. Certainly do.
But do people want to make you happy, sir?
No, they're continually pecking away. But it doesn't bother me because that's my quest in life, to make people happy. So enjoy tonight's podcast.
Okay. Besieged from all directions. Statsman. How are you, sir?
Yo. I'm all right, you know. Loving life. Yeah, it's sarcastic, but yeah.
Are you getting down with the kids?
Oh, yes. How's it hanging, bro? I'm down with them, mate.
I was talking about the goats.
Be careful.
Oh, God, for everything that I'm seeing at the moment. This country is just a joke. The Met Police, please, tell me. Mark, what do you think of them?
No, I'm not very much, mate. I don't think highly of them. Police, you call them?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, I think it's time for the chief to go.
Yes, he's got to go.
There in the first place.
I think he's got to go.
Another one?
Yeah, another one.
Just keep sharing them out until you find one. Oh, no, we won't, will we? They'll just be conveyed.
We'll end up with more ex-chiefs than the Prime Ministers in the Conservative Party.
Oh, no, don't even talk about them. Another
right.
one of them's gone. He's resigned. All right, Mark Menzies. But there's not going to be another by-election because I don't think Rishi could take it. Can you? I imagine that Rishi is like sat in his office and he looks like Herbert Lom. You know, do you remember off Inspector Clouseau? Herbert Lom, and he just sits there, and when Clouseau comes in, he starts to shake, and his arms start to shake, and his teeth start to rattle, and he doesn't know what's going to happen next. I think we have to feel a little bit sorry for Rishi tonight because he's like a little crybaby. You will put my Rwanda bill through. You will do it. You will, even if it means you got to stay here all night. You're going to go through it.
All night.
Oh, they got sleeping bags and snacks and all sorts of things there ready to go on.
Oh, do you know, for a minute then I thought they were going to Rwanda. I was thinking problem solved.
Wouldn't it be great?
Honestly, I've got the solution. And no, never mind the immigrants. They're just doing what anyone would, right? Deport the people doing this. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
Deport all the people. I don't care if you're born here. Just get rid of them.
Nobody wanted them.
I said no.
Nobody needed them.
No, we can put them on Gibraltar or the Isle of Man or something. Technically not been deported, but they're just off this island.
This government
Gibraltar's a good idea. That's full of baboons. It'd soon muck in there, wouldn't it?
Aye. This government and Rishi, I mean, I know it was happening before, but this guy is a traitor to his own people in this country. I don't even know why people are putting up with it. I mean, he's got these Palestinian protests going on every week. And you got that Jewish guy, and a bit of a setup, really. And the police have now apologized to him for saying that he was going to cause a problem with the Palestinian protest.
That's okay. Then they've apologized. Leave it at that then. Finished.
Oh, yeah. But you shouldn't be worried about anywhere to go in London. It's our capital. I mean, what's going to happen with the tourists? Are they going to get the message that, London is not safe to come to?
What's going to happen tomorrow with St. George's Day? What's going to happen then?
Oh,
I've seen a march that's already organised. Is it going to go ahead? What will happen when it goes ahead?
Will the police stop it from going ahead and allow the Palestinian protesters to go ahead? Because it's just a red rag to the bull for them.
Massive questions on tomorrow, and we're going to know the answers tomorrow.
Well, yes, indeed. Well. I don't know how many MPs are going to be attending because, they are readying sleeping bags and camp beds tonight as they brace for this late-night showdown on the Rwanda bill. And the Houses are doing battle after Rishi Sunak insisted Parliament must sit for as long as it takes to break an impasse on the crucial legislation. What's crucial about it? It's going to do sweet nothing. Fanny Adams, nothing. What's it going to do?
That's the famous teacher saying that, isn't it? You will stay here and finish that homework, and I don't care how long it takes
you. Go ahead, Mark.
Sorry, it's like a boring film, this Rwanda thing. I fell asleep like hours ago. What's going on again?
Well, basically, they're debating the Rwanda bill again, and there's amendments that have been put through, and the Lords are not backing down because they want certain things to be worded in a certain way, blah, 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 and it bounces from each side. And Rishi just said, that's it. We are going to sit until this is sorted. And he's just going to carry on. And that's
just to send a couple of people to Rwanda, and they'll probably send us more back, and we'll keep sending them loads of money. Just send Rishi there. Problem solved.
No, send a whole lot of them there.
Yeah, they'll follow.
No, except the DUP. I want them in because I want the DUP running this country.
Just send them all, mate. Just keep Andrew bridging. The rest can go.
No, the DUP are fine. I'm telling you.
Nah.
Well, MPs rejected 2 amendments. I can see you wagging your finger. You're like the Raven with his pen.
Oh, was that your finger?
Oh, no, that's the wrong finger. That's the wrong finger, Gazelle.
I was just going to add to that. Have you seen that he's got 150 judges on standby?
Ooh.
Judges?
150 judges on standby. If there's any problems with him putting his first flight out in 10 weeks, 150 judges. How much is that costing?
I don't know, but how about 150 naval ships in the channel?
Just blocking them coming in.
Yeah. Problem solved again.
Can't do that. It's not British.
And you know that there has been a big kickback against the RNLI. You know, their donations are down.
Seen it, yeah, and they're advertising everywhere at the minute. You've seen all the adverts on it.
Yep.
Yeah, so, I checked it the other day. It was like millions and millions down.
Yeah.
That'll explain why there's something on the telly at the minute. I don't watch telly, but people go, you want to watch that RNLI programme? I said, is it the one where they're ferrying all the illegals in? And people go, what? And I went, oh, no, they wouldn't show that, would they? Sorry. No, I'm not watching it.
I just can't believe it. You know, it's almost as if everybody is working against the interests of the silent majority of this country. The police, the MPs, people in the Lords, you know, all the services, Home Office, everything. They're just bullshitting everybody all the time, saying things are getting better. And then you've got Labour turning around and being critical of the Conservative government. I mean, we do not need Labour telling us that the Conservatives are really, really wrong-uns. We don't need that. Go ahead, Trevor.
You've got, it's my pet hate this. When you'll have When he asks the question at Prime Minister's Question Times, Sunak turns round and he says, "We have put the biggest investment in the NHS since time began. We have put more money into the roads since time began. We have put more money into the justice." Hang on a minute. Well, why is everything getting worse?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're putting more money into everything, why is everything continually falling apart in the country?
Because that money is being soaked away. You can see it. You can see it happening with the water utility companies. You can see it with the corporates. In the way, you can see it with the energy utility companies. They're just ripping everybody off, and Sunak is just allowing it to happen. Allowing it. Look at the PPE. Go ahead, Mark.
It seems it doesn't matter how much money you spend, you can't buy common sense with this lot.
No.
Can you?
No.
Do you know, God, every week, what was it the other week? 200 wrong-uns from Labour arrested or suspended.
That's right.
It was our list of ever-ending nonsense. People being paid by the Chinese. I'm just thinking of stuff off the top of my head. Every week there's a Tory in trouble, isn't there, for creepy sexual stuff or stealing taxpayers' money.
Menzies,
people keep voting for them. Hello.
Mark Menzies is a prime example. He's standing down. Now, he called up one of his aides in the office to say that, he got in with some really bad people and he's being locked in an apartment at about, I think he called her at about 3:15 in the morning. And now...
That's how we win, is it? We just locked them all in apartments until he quit.
Well, she paid over the money for him. He got out. But now he's decided that he doesn't want to be an MP anymore. But
should have left him there.
He's going to carry on so that there isn't a by-election.
Isn't he denying it like they always do? Why he
doesn't want to talk about it. That's it. It's not something
it's one of them. If you're denying it, right, you stick by your word and you follow it through and you say, I've done nothing wrong. I'm innocent to proven guilty. Why do they all deny it and then resign?
Well, the thing about it is...
smells of guilt.
Well,
it smells of guilt and it smells of a payoff, doesn't it?
It does.
Rishi Sunak is not commenting because he is no longer a Conservative MP.
Oh, isn't that convenient?
Oh, I see. Oh, that'll be the same for our council leader then, with people who get done for drink driving and won't step down. She'll just say, oh, he's not Labour anymore. Nothing to do with me. Nobody was.
I think I can claim the high one on that with my two Labour leader and deputy leader walking off into the sunset, holding hands, leaving me and the rest of us with 1.8 billion in debt. And to be quite honest, Sleaze and the Tories, really? Sleaze, wait until you get this next batch in.
After the honeymoon.
Until you get the Labour's next batch in. If you think this is bad.
Well, it is. It is bad. And here's another one for you that'll bring a spring to your step, sir. Huw Edwards resigns from £439,000 a year BBC News at 10 role on medical advice, 9 months after he was suspended over sex pics scandal. 40-year-old veteran gets no payoff, but was being paid in full.
In full?
Yeah.
For doing no work?
For doing no work.
Being disgraced.
When was that? That was over a year ago, was it?
Yeah.
So he's received over £400,000 for being off work.
Yeah.
Sorry. He's received our £400,000 for being off work.
Correct. And he's not publicly commented on anything in that period of time since he was suspended. And it's supposed to be that he's not received any pay from the BBC, but had been paid his £439,000 a year salary while he was suspended. He leaves with immediate effect. So there it is. 1 minute he's here, sends a couple of pics, and then poof, he's gone.
Oh, I think that was a bit apt. Yeah, so he's receiving £400,000 a year, blah, 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 blah. So he's been there 20 years, so we'd expect him to be a millionaire then.
Oh, he'll be getting his pension still, I guarantee it.
Yeah, so, not really a big problem, is it?
No.
You know what I mean?
No. Well, he won't be getting any of my money because I give the BBC a big fat
zero.
Yeah, and I haven't done for years. So get lost.
So here we have the British Broadcasting Corporation dragged down into the mud yet again with another scandal. And they try to hide it and stay quiet about it for such a long time over these different things, until like sort of everybody gets fed up of trying to get an answer, and then it all just dies off. And you sit there and you go, what the hell's going on? Here's another one. A whistleblower at the NSPCC quits over trans grooming. And this volunteer claims the charity has been completely captured by Stonewall and pressured schools to ask primary age pupils their pronouns during assemblies. What the hell is all that about? Why are these minorities getting such a control? Why are the people in this country so lazy about actually standing up for themselves? Go ahead, Mark.
Never any accountability. So I don't know if people have heard about the cast review. We'll be covering that soon. A lot of people already have, but I've took some time to read the whole damn thing because it's nearly 400 pages long.
Wow.
The problem again is the NHS say they're going to take it seriously, but then there's groups who just say we're totally ignoring it, we don't care. And the people who were in the original GIDS clinic at the Tavistock, who whistleblowers came out and exposed, are now back working in the new clinics that have been set up. So again, it's a conveyor belt of failure. Only this time the failure is children's bodies and mental health being damaged.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? So we're not learning lessons again, are we? What a landmark report that is. But we'll go into that on another podcast because it's interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all of that stuff. And I don't know how you've been able to sit down and read all 400 pages, sir, but that is...
388, actually, but...
Well, they say that...
Who's counting?
Children have been let down by a lack of research on medical interventions like powerful puberty blockers. And the guidelines for treating children who want to swap gender weren't evidence-based.
Well, it wasn't this way. It was worse than that. They were actually coaching the children on what to say to the doctors to get their drugs.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I seriously do not know what the hell this country is
You're dealing with really messed up people.
Yeah.
Like really messed up, and we'll go through some of them as well on the
cast.
Yeah. Because I mean, I've got examples where people have literally took the 16-year-old boy to Thailand as soon as he's 16 and whoosh, chop.
Jesus.
Like, really? Okay.
Did you notice, Trevor? We're calling it casts now because we've now decided that cool is the rule. Podcast it's so yesterday. It's a cast.
Yeah, it says yesterday. Yeah, it's a cast now. It's a bit like when you've got a broken leg. That's a cast.
No, yeah. It's the stuff that goes round your leg. That's the cast.
Oh, is it? Well, you know where I'm going with it. You know where I'm going.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I know you got problems with the Chinese at the moment, sir, but did you know that we have spies?
Yeah.
We have spies. Some kid, 29-year-old kid has been arrested for being a Chinese spy. I can't believe it.
29-year-old kid. Well, it's good job it wasn't Christmas because he'd been known as a mince spy, wouldn't it?
A mince spy.
29-year-old kid.
Yep.
Has he never grown up or something?
No, he come over on a dinghy. He was 29-year-old kid. He went to school.
Right. He's a parliamentary researcher, 29.
Of course he is.
And he's charged with spying for China. And he's the son of a GP, and he went to a public school, and he's charged alongside the man, 32, for offences under the Official Secrets Act after probe by counter-terror cops. So they're going for these
What was
Chinese
he spying on? Do you know what he was spying on?
I can get that for you. He's actually, his name is Christopher Cash, and he's a Tory parliamentary researcher and China specialist.
What's his real name?
Christopher Cash.
I'll try again. What's his real name?
Christopher Cash.
Well, they always say that on the phone when they ring you up from the call centres, but what's his real name? Go on, we'll roll with Christopher Cash then. Go on.
Okay. To be honest with you,
they're not saying, are they?
They're not really saying. He had links as well to Alice Kearns, another China critic, and they're not really saying what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So is he just a critic? And the Chinese communists have rung up and go, he needs to be in jail. And we've gone, okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, his comment is he's completely innocent.
Of course he is.
Okay, he's completely innocent. And he's been trying to educate others about the challenge and threats presented by the Chinese Communist Party.
With a name like Cash, the government's been trying to get rid of Cash for the last 5 years.
Oh, wait a minute. There was a tennis player whose name was Pat.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Pat the Cash it was, wasn't it?
Pat Cash.
Pat the Cash.
Okay.
That's him.
You know, so it's all... It's not working out for... It's not working out for them, is it? It's not working out for the Conservatives at all.
That's an understatement.
I can't... How much worse can it get for Rishi? I mean, if he loses this Rwanda bill tonight, he may as well just pack his bags and disappear. Call an election. No, let's get it on.
You're saying it couldn't get any worse? Yeah, wait till the election.
It's going to be white out.
Well, I hope he doesn't do it for the next 2 weeks anyway, because we've got the locals coming up and they're going to get their eye wiped on that one, aren't they? They're going to get absolutely smashed into the grounds.
Well, how could anybody in Warrington vote Labour knowing that they've got him into such a mess of 1.8 bill? You know,
Doesn't matter.
it's got to. I mean, are these people idiots?
Yes.
You know, anybody that's it's like anybody voting for Conservative around here. Go ahead, Mark.
Never mind round here and round Warrington. You vote Labour and Conservatives, you're literally getting corrupt sexual deviants who just keep ruining the country. I'm not surprised.
And nobody
just vote for the same thing again, and we get the same thing again.
People are asking questions about Nick Brown, why he's been suspended by Parliament, and not a single answer has come out.
Where is he?
Where is he? What the hell's gone on?
Is he independent?
No, he's still Labour.
I mean, that was about 18 months ago, wasn't it?
I know, and there's no answers. There's no answers, and you just sit back and you wonder. So, my message to everybody is, don't vote for the same old parties. I have a difference between myself and my colleague, the Gazelle. I mean, the Gazelle is standing for reform in Orford, in the locals there. I'm standing as an independent in Wolverham, in the ward here. And from what I've been getting on the doorstep, and this is a big message to Labour, they're not interested in any of you. They're not interested. They've had enough. The pensioners have had enough. They don't even know how Labour are actually really supporting them. So basically, if you win it, it means that you've got a lot of people there that basically just don't know what they're talking about. And they're idiots. And that would be, I don't have a problem with saying that about Labour supporters because they're not helping you. They're not helping you. Go ahead, Mark.
I'd just get rid of political parties altogether.
Oh, you can't do that? What about the Gazelle?
Sorry.
I'll just go out to grass. Don't worry about me.
Oh, what? That was a good one.
No, honestly, I'd get rid of them all. I get to the point where we vote in a person who works for his constituents and let them vote on major issues, ban them, scatter them across the earth, make our elections free as per our constitution.
Yep.
The whole system's upside down.
Yep.
The ones in control now are just absolutely useless.
Oh, it's just a small clique of them. I mean, the people don't realize that it is only a very small clique of people and not all these councillors that you think. I mean, for example, on Cheshire West, it's 33 councillors. Now, my feeling is that there are going to be less of them if they brought in enhanced DBS checking. Because I think some of them would refuse. Some
of them, after the track record and the stuff we've been going through recently, mate, there'd be nothing left.
they would refuse. But in my own opinion, if they think that they're going to get a free ride on this, I don't think they will, because people are so fed up. They do not like Keir Starmer. They don't like him. So as far as I'm concerned, that's fine. But having nobody else that comes from the ward, from any of the other parties, having nobody who's DBS checked, having nobody that's had previous experience, apart from one of them, as a councillor. And they only vote on a whip. So if they're told how to vote, that's it. That's how they vote. Go ahead. I'm going to go to the stats man first and then bring the Gazelle in. Go ahead, stats.
This was going to be my point. So you've got decent people at grassroots who are out campaigning and doing really hard work, like the Gazelle here, for political parties.
Yeah.
But it always seems to focus around the main people in the party. I've experienced this too. And then you've got all these people working so hard, but as you just said, they're controlled by the party.
That's it.
So locally, they're told what to do nationally, and so it just filters down.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Councillor Gittins may be the leader, but in actual fact, the real leader is Keir Starmer. So he dictates their policies, they dictate, and that filters down. She follows through. So you think she's got 33 councillors. If she tells them that they're going to vote on a whip, some of them might not even bother to read the papers on the subject.
They probably don't, John, and we've got this in writing off. I think it was one of Steve's old councillors. I think she's stepped down now, but she even said, no, we all vote what Labour say.
That's it.
So what's the point? What's the point of voting for individual people?
Well, that's
Just get rid of political parties and start again.
That's exactly what got Warrington into trouble, because that's how they got into 1.8 billion debt. Go ahead, Trevor.
You think Warrington's got into trouble? You want to see it now. And as Mark said there, they're just voting on the whip. I have just looked at the whole candidate announcements in Labour this year, this time around. We've got 57, I think it's 57 wards in total. Is it 22? Is it 32? Can't remember. It's 57 candidates anyway. And I've never heard of them. I've been in this game for 30 years, and they're dragging people from anywhere to stand for Labour.
Yeah, because nobody within the ward would be seen dead standing for them.
No, what's happened this year, in particular, with Bowden going, who was the leader, sorry, the Warrington leader, Bowden, who stood down.
Well, he's going to stand down. Well. He hasn't stood down yet.
No, he's not standing for the election, and he's not, I believe. Well, he's not anyway, because he's not in the Birchwood thing.
Yeah.
So, and we've had this mass of resignations of local councillors.
Yeah.
3 in my ward, and that multiplies throughout the whole of Warrington, and they are getting people from every possible. They're dragging them out of local shops, everywhere. That's there's a couple that run a shop, Mr. and Mrs. Dillon, who they're nice people, and they've just absolutely convinced them to stand for the Labour Party. They're just getting anybody from anywhere knowing, and what I'm getting at, my point on this is that if you think you've got a batch of nodding dogs on the last lot, wait till you see this lot. And this is the same as the Labour, going back to what I said earlier. If you think it's bad now, wait till you get the new batch in.
Well, the guy that's standing for Labour in Wolverham, he's not even from this area.
No, they're not from the
area. They've drafted him in from outside. He's a carpetbagger.
Exactly. And this is what's happening in Warrington, Jonathan, as well. They've got people they're not from the wards.
Yeah.
So they're not representing their constituents because they don't live there.
That's right. This
has gone on for years, but more so right at the minute on this particular election, Labour were collapsing in Warrington, and they've gone out and they've dragged them from everywhere.
Oh, they're like ants. Go ahead, Mark.
I think the problem we've got is politics is poison these days.
Yeah.
And I think everyone just doesn't want anything to do with it. So you want good people to do it, but they don't want the hassle. Now, sometimes I even think to myself, what's the point of this?
Yeah.
Right? You've got to keep going and try and make a difference. But you can understand, I mean, someone who's like really successful, how are they going to go into a job for 80, 90 grand a year and take all that flack?
No.
And then you go with a political party and then they end up giving you a bad name.
Well, you end up being told what to do or say.
Yeah, and then when you're not, you've just got wrong-uns left, right and centre, giving you a bad name when you've done nothing wrong. And then as soon as you speak out the truth, you're gone. No wonder no one's interested.
Well, I mean, Jay Beecher should have added Matt Bryan to the list, of people. Because quite simply, what can I say? They,
For many years, and I'm voting for Carol. I'm actually voting for Carol Ann.
All right.
I think she would make an excellent councillor.
And this is which ward is this?
This is for Orford. She's standing for the same ward as me. She's standing as one of my opponents, but she's not an opponent. She's a very good friend of mine, and she's excellent.
Yep.
She's absolutely excellent within the community. She runs Caring Hands, which is food bank. She goes out to the community. She's done it for years.
Yeah.
Years and years. She's not just done it just
why
for
is
now.
She standing for another party? Why isn't she standing for Reform with you or Independent?
Well, I actually said to her, Jonathan, I said to her last out, she stood as for the Conservatives in 2020 it was a year behind the election. And I said to her, why are you standing for them, Caroline? You really need to stand as an independent.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people in Warrington that will not vote Conservative. Whereas if you stand as an independent, they'll vote for you.
Yeah.
And she took that on board. Well, I think she has. And now she's standing as independent. And I honestly, I'll make a prediction here. It's all on the podcast. You can all check it again. Caroline will fly on this one. And I'll tell you what, good luck to her because she deserves it.
Fair enough.
She will fly it. She will be elected one of the 3 councillors.
But as a Conservative, I mean, knowing. Well, let's put it this way.
Now. She's not Conservative, so
what is
she's
she?
independent.
Independent.
No, she's independent. No, she's
that's
independent.
fine. Okay, I like her.
No. The last time I had a word with her, I said, "Why don't you stand as independent?" And she has. She's done it this time, so she will get elected as an independent.
Good.
And good luck to her.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I have to say that if you look at the track record of both the Conservatives and Labour, I mean, also, the Lib Dems, I mean, if you look at the track record of those people, remember now, they are the ones that have been in control at Parliament. And here's another thing for you, a little bit of news. It looks like the relationship between the Greens and the SNP in Scotland is very, very rocky.
Oh, well.
How
Not about
that?
the Dums. It's the to take it back to the old Malcolm and Weiss thing, the Dicker Dum Dums.
The Dicker
as far as I'm concerned, because you won't be hearing of them this time round.
Well, I'm calling it there. And I'm just going to say, have you got any shout-outs or shout-downs, Gaz? Anything that you want to get off your chest? Apart from your bra? Go on.
Yeah, I mean...
Burn your bra, baby! Burn your bra!
Well, don't mention burning. Not in my thing. Right. So I lost in the pub quiz last night. Couldn't believe it. I lost by 1 point. 1 point. The question was, where do women mostly have curly hair? Now, apparently, the correct answer was Africa. Anyway, that's by the by. And we have the new Tesla hearse has been on show today. It's just been put out there. And it's one of them for when you want to get cremated on the go. Which I think is a good idea, but they're going to have to make quite a few of them, aren't they? That's the downside.
I heard a joke today when I was out, and it was on the radio. It said, what was the question? What is the situation, or where is it when the bottom is on top?
Yeah.
Any ideas?
It sounds rude to me, but I know it won't be on the cast. Yeah, go on.
Your bum. Your bum, because the bum is at the top of your legs. So your bottom is at the top of your legs.
I think it was legs was the answer, wasn't it?
Legs.
What's got a bottom at the top? Legs.
Yeah, but that's well above my head. That not my bottom, but that is well above my head.
The way you tell them.
I thought it was good. Go ahead, Mark.
Well, Trevor thinks he's been having a bad day. I've had a bit of a bad week. There's a funny one, really, because years ago I donated the kidney, right, and everyone loved me. This week I donated 5, right, and someone's called the police. But then it gets worse because me...
You haven't got any hookups with the Chinese, have you?
Nah. But then you think it can't get any worse. Then my grief counsellor died. He was good, like, so I didn't even care. And then they say it comes in 3s. Well, I think they're right. Because then I found my wife's Tinder profile and I'm absolutely fuming with her lies. She is not fun to be around. That was my week.
Very good. I just like Al Bundy. Have you ever seen Al Bundy and his responses?
I used to stay up late and watch that when I was younger. Yeah.
You know, where his wife comes in, she says to him, "Hey, did you miss me?" He said, "Yeah, with every bullet." All right, well, I'm calling it there. Here we go. Oh, God. I know talking about these things can really, really depress you, but nice to have a laugh at the end of certain things.
Yeah.
You know, but there you go. And when you're having a laugh, it's all the older jokes that actually are the best ones, I have to tell you.
It is, isn't it? It's all the regurgitated.
Yep.
Yeah, because at the minute, I mean, nobody's laughing, are they?
No.
I was watching the other day. I was sat in town having a pasta, as you do. And people were going past, and they all looked.
Miserable.
They looked miserable. Everybody looked down.
Hey, wait till Labour are in charge, mate.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get even worse.
Upside down, miserable world, mate, when they ban comedy and everything. It's going to be great.
I went early morning shopping this morning, and I saw one of the ladies in Asda, and she was bending cardboard and putting it in, and I looked at her and I went, "You're not getting bored, are you?" She just looked at me and she said, "Get out. Get out now."
You're mad.
She said, "That's a dad joke." I said, "Well, I am a dad."